guys, welcome back to Fringe Friday. I am Carmen, and today we are watching season 2, episode 11 of Fringe. Now, if you're watching this in order, I'm sure you're probably like, hold up a second. We're on season 1. The end of season 1, yeah, but not season 2. So, I was informed by my patrons that this episode is an unaired episode from season 1. And they said it was best to watch it between 17 and 18 of season 1. So I have just finished 17 and I'm going to watch this one now. Because from what I've been told, it breaks the immersion. It feels kind of out of place and weird in season 2. So we're just going to watch it here. I'm not sure why it didn't get aired in season 1, what happened there. But I want to watch it where it should be in its rightful place in season 1, and that does mean that as this is airing, even on Patreon, it's gonna go 17, or season 1 episode 17, season 2 episode 11, season 1 episode 18, but which is kind of weird, but it is how it is meant to be. And then in season 2, obviously it'll go season 2 episode 10 to season 2 episode 12. So I know it's gonna be a little bit weird, but I'm sure you guys know, if you've seen the show, that this is a better way to watch it. At least that's what I've been told. So I trust my patrons completely. So I am trusting that this is the way that I should watch it. And if you're watching along with me, then hi, watch this episode after 17 and before 18. Because that's where I've been told it is best placed. Anyway, that is a lot of rambling. We had some revelations in the last episode. You guys know what they were. Olivia. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling at you guys now. Let's just get into this episode.
Through this holy anointing.
Okay, last rites.
Are you ready?
If it's her daughter, I don't think she's ever gonna be ready.
Time of death, 5:21 a.m.
Dang.
We have a team assembled and waiting.
It's really early.
Miss Donovan, I'm afraid we need to begin the procedures right away.
She must be an organ donor. Girl, please don't wake up, because that's freaking.
Oh my god, hi! 68339 Alpha Echo 358! 68339 Alpha Echo 358!
I don't think I got the number right, but like, I was joking. I mean, to be honest, I kind of expected it, but like, I also...
This is Lieutenant Commander Turlow, United States Navy. He's here because it turns out those numbers weren't random.
What?
The first half of the sequence is ID information for a petty officer named Andrew Rusk. The second half are launch codes for ICBM missiles.
How do classified launch codes get into the hands of a 17-year-old girl?
That's what they want to know.
I've never seen them before.
The numbers that you repeated, do you know what they are?
I don't even remember saying them.
At least they got you some nice balloons.
Guess I couldn't find the ones that said welcome back from the dead.
The man's name is Andrew Rusk. Does that ring any bells?
Moja svoіздочка. Что со мной? Почему я не могу говорить?
What's happening?
She's speaking Russian.
But she doesn't speak Russian.
What is she saying?
No more questions. Please, she should rest.
What is happening to her? She was just speaking...
Where's Walter?
Yeah.
I'm trying to listen.
Listening to what? These people are in comas. They can't hear you.
Don't judge him.
He's my son, and despite his narrow-mindedness, I'm quite proud.
Do you honestly think you're communicating with her?
No one truly understands the nature of human consciousness.
Oh.
He was here. Man, he was here.
Shh. I'm Teresa Rusk.
Oh, okay.
Do you know this girl?
I don't think so. No.
Her name's Lisa Donovan. She's from Brighton. But she, has some information that only your husband should know. Do the words Moja zvizda mean anything to you? Where did you hear that?
From Lisa Donovan. Do you know what it means?
My star.
Is that what he called her?
Pet name. Andy calls me.
Okay.
I don't understand. Who is this girl? How can she know that?
That's a good question.
So you think Lisa Donovan's aneurysm made her psychic?
Certainly a possibility.
All right, well, let's say that you're correct. Why would she be channeling Rusk?
Okay, so now...
What's so special about him?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
So now psychics are a thing in Fringe.
We believe that Andrew Rusk may be trying to communicate through you, psychically.
Are you a religious woman, Agent Dunham?
No, I'm not.
Then I imagine you sit in judgment of those of us who rely on our faith to guide our decisions about what's best for our loved.
She doesn't have to be judgmental.
I know what faith can mean to a person.
The Observer. I saw him.
Whatever happened, it's over now.
But how do you know it's over? You know?
I think it makes a hell of a coaster. What do I think about what happened to Lisa? I don't think she's alive because God changed his mind.
I'm just waiting to see if lightning strikes you.
I mean, who am I to say? Maybe there is actually something to it. People are free to believe whatever they want, right? Lisa's mother certainly does. However, until I see it with my own eyes, I'm gonna put my money on healthy skepticism.
I think that's fair. I think everyone's entitled to believe what they want.
You're obviously a believer.
Is she?
My mother believed in God, but all the praying in the world didn't stop my stepfather from terrorizing her. Hello?
Is it Lisa?
It's Lisa Donovan. It hasn't stopped. I'm seeing him again.
Where's your mother?
She's at home, but I'm not. I had to come here. I keep seeing this place.
Where?
Where are you?
Lisa?
Girl, you don't need to go to a place. You need to go to an adult. Which it's good you called Olivia, but like, don't wonder. Don't do this. You're a child. Don't do this.
Olivia!
Are you okay?
You all right?
He was here.
Okay, don't shine your flashlight right in her face.
I could see him.
Andrew Rusk.
There's someone else. Another man. He has a gun.
Open your eyes.
Lisa? He shot him. He killed him. He killed Andrew Rusk.
I think y'all should get out of here. Is it a dead body? Blood?
It's Andrew Rusk.
Your girl was right.
Olivia, I need some help!
What happened?
I don't know, she just started to seize.
I hope this girl doesn't die. Like, again.
According to the rigor of the body, Rusk has been dead for 3 days.
Well, then how would he have been communicating with Lisa Donovan?
What time of death, I mean?
Between 5 and 7 a.m. Why?
When did she die? 5:21, right?
I propose that Rusk's murder and Lisa's rebirth happened simultaneously. It's possible that Rusk's energy brought some of his memories with it. And it is these memories, trapped within her, fighting to get out.
Are you suggesting that Lisa is possessed?
Kind of.
If what you're saying is true, can you get these memories out? Can you help my daughter?
I will need to have your daughter transferred to my lab.
Okay.
What?
Olivia, what are you thinking?
If Rusk is sick, could that make Lisa sick too?
Oh,
Well, you
he's
read Rusk's
gonna
files,
think it's
right?
crazy.
In there to suggest that he was sick?
No. But that was the Navy's official medical record.
They wouldn't put it in there.
You know me. If you tell me the U.S. government is covering something up, I'll tell you it must be Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. True.
Listen, why didn't you tell me he was sick?
I'm sorry. Who told you that?
You did.
Just now.
They were shadowing a Russian naval exercise in North Korean waters 6 months ago.
Okay.
The coolant line broke, causing a reactor leak. Rusk was locked in the engineering section for 16 hours before they were able to vent the contamination.
How could he possibly have survived?
Yeah.
He was given a highly experimental radiation inhibitor.
I'm gonna need his medical records.
Yeah, his real ones.
The real ones.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of drugs?
Benzodiazepine. May cause a slight tingling sensation. It's actually quite pleasant. Besides, your daughter is 17. I'm sure she has sampled far worse by now.
I don't think you should say that.
This is just gonna make you a little sleepy.
So, are you like a doctor?
Nope.
It's kind of nice to have someone not afraid of me.
What do you mean?
My friends at church. When I walked past them, I could feel them all talking about me behind my back. The kids at school are even worse. Ever since what's happened, they think I'm like a freak or something.
Well, I don't think you have to worry about us here. We're kind of partial to freaks in this.
True.
So, is Agent Dunham like your girlfriend?
No, she's like a friend who's a girl and who carries a gun.
I want you to think about Andrew Rusk.
Oh, look. This is surprising.
Lisa! She's seizing.
Oh, no, she's not. I'm afraid we have to let this run its course.
Where am I?
Lisa, it's Mom. I'm right here.
Who is Lisa?
This is not your daughter.
Andrew Rusk.
It would seem more likely that Mr. Rusk's entire consciousness was transferred to Lisa. Perhaps his soul.
Well, then where is Lisa?
Asleep in her own mind.
My name is Olivia. Do you know your name?
Let me go!
Andrew, who killed you? Who did this to you?
I called my wife. Told her I was getting a beer. There was someone in my car, in the back seat.
Okay.
Told me, pull over here.
Who was it?
Andrew, who killed you? Give me a name.
Don't know his name, just his blood.
Huh?
His left arm.
Walter. Okay, I'm gonna call the local hospitals and see if anybody's gone in with an injured left arm.
Is it just gonna be her now?
Did it work? Is he gone?
Did it?
We got a hit. Jake Selig, age 36, walked into a Roxbury ER 3 nights ago. Jake Selig was Navy too.
Hey! Stop!
Unless they know a shortcut, I don't think they're gonna catch a Navy SEAL. You know, just saying. I stand corrected.
Can I have something to drink?
Of course. Guessing you want something other than fresh cow's milk. Okay, I'll be right back.
What's she doing? What's she gonna do? What?
Hey, Walter, you drink all the cream sodas again?
Walter's thinking about something.
Lisa's brain scan. I think she's still sleeping. It appears that her signal is still being masked by Rusk's dominant pattern.
Okay.
Rusk is still in control.
She's gone. She pieced the fuck out.
Where is she?
Not there.
Did the Navy have you kill Andrew Rusk?
I spent 7 years in the Navy and I never killed a man. But Andrew Rusk deserved it.
Why?
For what that bastard did to his wife.
What did he do to his wife?
I hang out at a bar she attends at. She told me about Andy, how he beats on her. One day she came in with a broken arm. She couldn't deal with it anymore.
Teresa Rusk hired you to kill her husband?
In the scrapyard, he kept asking me, why me? I pulled the trigger, but I made sure that I told him that it was Teresa who was sending him to hell.
Before you killed him, you told him his wife hired you?
No. She gonna get killed.
Yes, ma'am.
She gonna get killed. You need to tell Peter this. You need to tell Peter this.
Rusk is still controlling Lisa and she's gone.
You know where she is.
I think I know where he's going.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going for revenge.
Yeah.
Moja Svojska.
What did you say to me? How did you know to call me that?
Please! You had me killed. I want to hear you say it.
I didn't have you killed. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just pulling up.
You better hurry, Peter.
Stop!
I'll give you one chance to back out of here. Or we're all going out together.
You know I can't do that.
And you're making a mistake.
Imagine the episode just ends.
When I was in school, Lisa, I was different too. I was always sick. I didn't have any real friends.
The hell are you talking about?
He's trying to get Lisa back, like, to the surface.
I know what it feels like to feel different all the time.
I'm gonna count to 1.
Lisa, listen to me. You've been given a second chance here, but you have to fight for it.
1!
Tranquilizer?
I would propose that Mr. Rusk stuck around to deal with unfinished business, and once he did, then Lisa was free to finally purge herself of him.
How can we be sure?
You can't.
Nisi creditaritus, non interrogatus.
I don't understand.
The Latin translation of Isaiah 7:9.
Unless you believe, you will not understand.
Even as a scientist, sometimes I have to rely on faith.
God keep you and yours safe, Dr. Bishop.
I think she has a crush. I mean, who can blame her? But I'm just saying.
Bye. I'll be 18 in a year. Don't wait too long to make your move.
Damn!
I'm not getting a pulse from this guy. What do you say? I think he's speaking Russian.
Was that Andrew Rusk again? Or someone else? Okay, so that was a fun little one-off Monster of the Week type of episode. I don't know that it's gonna have a ton to do with the main. I don't know what's happening in season 2, but it doesn't seem to be like too rooted in season 1 either. So I will say that there is the religion aspect of it is something that I want to talk about. Religion, science, sort of dichotomy, I guess. But first, I want to say that that Lisa girl, I do not blame you for having a crush on Peter, aka Joshua Jackson. But like her going up to Olivia and being like, I'm gonna be 18 in a year. Get on that. So funny and also like not appropriate, but also like I remember being 17 and thinking the same thing. But yeah, I don't know. I just like that moment because I feel like she kind of ships it, you know? And I definitely ship it. So any little nudges in the right direction of them getting together, I'm here for. I am over here like trying to nudge too, but I'm just a viewer, so it doesn't really do anything. And the show's been over for a long time. But I digress. I liked that moment. It was cute. That's all I'm really saying. To me, I think the most interesting aspect of this episode really was, well, I think the whole show of Fringe, right? They've kind of mentioned a few times this idea of religion and science, and Walter's mentioned God and the Bible, and I'm trying to think of a way to properly say this because I do think that it's a very important conversation, and I think that it's really interesting when you sort of delve into science and television, especially. It seems that like the scientist characters always are very anti-religion, and the religious characters are kind of always anti-science. And personally, I feel that that's very much a drawing hard lines in the sand, where I don't necessarily think that hard lines in the sand have to be drawn, because I think that they don't have to be mutually exclusive, right? Like, I am a religious person, you know, just I don't want to have a whole discussion about this, but I'm a religious person, but I also believe in science. And I don't think that has to, I don't think it has to be at odds. I don't think it has to be a big deal. And I think that this episode I think this episode did better than a lot of episodes and a lot of TV shows do, and sort of having that conversation and not having it be black and white, you know, like Walter's like, hey, as a scientist, I still have to believe, I have to have faith in things sometimes, you know, not necessarily God, although Walter has alluded to having some sort of faith before. Apparently Olivia's mom had some sort of faith. But I do think that what happens in a lot of these shows, and the Fringe kind of did it as well, where Olivia's talking about her mom and she's saying, you know, my mom had faith and she prayed and my stepfather still happened, right? And I think that a lot of times that sort of thinking about it frustrates me, because I don't see why religious people have to be portrayed as they prayed and that's all they did and it didn't work. Because I think that you can also believe in medicine and science and understand that, sorry guys, I don't want to just harp on like my interpretation of religion or my personal beliefs. I just think that religious people can be more proactive. And I think that this episode kind of showed that with her mom. Like, she had faith and she believed, and she also took the steps to help her daughter. And that doesn't mean that she didn't believe. It just means that she was helping God, or, you know, her version of that. Well, her version is God, but she, in her mind, to me, it's like she was God helped her help herself. You know, I don't know. I think my point is, I like that Fringe sort of showed that. I just kind of, I don't know. I understand that like there's so many different variations on religion, and in particular Christianity. There's so many different ways of believing. And I think that my frustration with this episode, and which isn't that much honestly, but with a lot of portrayals of Christianity in media, is that they kind of portray a very conservative, they portray a very specific kind of it, and they don't kind of portray how different people who are religious believe. But that being said, I do think that this episode kind of did, and so in that way I'm happy for it. I do think that this episode did a good job of saying what you believe is what you believe, and I have respect for you for believing it. I also really liked the tiny moment of Walter saying that he was proud of Peter, because I don't know, I enjoy their relationship and I enjoy watching it unfold and seeing them talk to each other. I also found it really interesting, Peter talking to Lisa and saying that he felt really out of place as a kid in school, and he never felt like he fit in, and he was always sick and he was getting made fun of. He was always sick, which Walter mentioned in that one episode where he built the machine that was supposed to go through time and space, and then he got better. I still don't know what's going on with Peter. I still don't know. I'm still curious. I'm still, you know, and now, of course, as after last episode, I'm like, what's going on with Olivia? You know, so we just got a lot of stuff happening. Everybody, weird stuff, weird stuff. That should be the tagline. Fringe, weird stuff. Anyway, you guys, I think that is all that I really have to say about this episode. As always, if you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. And you can also watch the entire uncut full-length reaction to this episode right now over on Patreon, as well as the next reaction to episode 18 over on Patreon, which is linked in the description down below. I hope to see you there. Until then, bye guys.